Hello? Wait, I forgot to lower the music. I have no idea what levels of everything is these days because it's all fucky wucky. Hi. I can barely hear the music myself now. Is this thing on? I accidentally a whole sketchbook. Is this dangerous? Guess. Do you folks hear something? Do you? Well, well, well. Wait. Hello. I definitely didn't scramble to take a photo of Mishka when the redeem came in. You know, I'm well prepared. Mish, 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 mish. How's everyone doing? Sonny, Willem, Lurks, Alerts is still quite loud on my end. Lurks, thank you for subscribing for 19 months. Thank you so much. Blue, Ben, Sage, Kevin. How y'all doing? Kevin, hope you're doing good. Not that I don't hope anyone else is doing good, but you know, it's friend in situations. Yeah, good morning, Kevin. Wild Fox, hello, hello. Blue, you're good? Good. I'm pretty alright. I'm a little warm already. I'll probably turn on the fan in a moment. Yeah, I started a little later. I mistimed some things. I ate my lunch a little late. And I don't want to rush food. And also with sketchbook stuff, I need to set things up in the desk, right? I gotta move stuff aside and aim the camera down and make sure it stays aiming down. Bit more of a hassle as opposed to, like, you know, drawing in Clip. And I was tempted to do a stream from Clip instead because I may have started sketching the next Live 2D experiment. It's warm out here. Doing okay? Got a shitty call to make later, but we can do it. Aw, good luck, Kevin. We hate shitty calls. We hate calling. Generally, I think, is the consensus in these parts. Just like, ew, important phone calls? I had a mysterious voicemail earlier. Why, Doig? Hi, Doig. I would have already curded you, Curzec, if I'd known. I'm sorry. I started a little later than I thought I would. Yeah, you rated out like 3 minutes or something before it went live. Oh well. It's whatever. We'll save it for next week, maybe. I don't know. It's up to you. You are free to rate whoever the fuck you want. Maybe then it'll be more relevant. Because, hey, the Life 2D model experiment that I mentioned earlier, may or may not resemble the Ghost mod. Figured that's a simple enough shape with very little elements to make it easy to play around with the physics and maybe the animation side of Live 2D software. I'm gonna poke around in some, like, relevant channels in Discord with Live 2D rigging to ask about what others would do to flip hair or just, you know, anything asymmetrical that they have in their design that they want to flip over like a cartoon, like I have with my current hair and my current model. Which, speaking of, let me just double check if everything is looking okay. Oh, well, I guess I didn't click studio mode good enough. Hi. Well, good thing everything looks fine. Hey. So, dude. No longer covered in stars. I have no Rene on my head for now. He's at work. He's busy. He's a busy bee. So. No, the forecast says rain tonight here. Bring it on. Oh, personally, I cry about it. No. Don't cry, Daneless. Yeah, I know. Daneless behavior. You look like he was having fun setting up some buttons in the in his stream deck for quick little shortcuts. Fuck yeah, draw on paper. Listen, Kevin, I've been doodling. Just a little bit, though. Not that much. We did this last week, and nothing else has been done. I know I said I was gonna fill in, like, the circle with a marker. I haven't done that yet. Maybe we'll save it for today. Who fuck knows? I just didn't want to rush it, and I was running out of time because I had an appointment to catch within a timely manner. So I'm Danant, I know. I don't know, he might show up a little bit later. Busy fella. Everything okay? Had a good trip? I had a great trip. Chef, thank you. Scribble and Scrabbles. Mm-hmm. But yeah, more sketchbook stuff. I like the expressive hand motions, funny. Woo. Woo. The benefit of cam streaming. Oh, it's almost like I'm an animator who's like a little bit too expressive maybe with their hands. I don't know. You get an extra dimension to VTubing, I suppose. Sock puppet tuber. These are thingies. They're exposed. They're out there. Aminender. Thank you, Kevin. So yeah, more sketchbook today. Once again, third time's the charm. You can see my elbow coming out as I lean in on my chin with the other hand, like this one. I don't know what the fuck to draw. God damn it. I'm terrible at this shit. How long has it been since you used physical cell / animation paper? Long. Like, drawing on an actual cell? I actually didn't do that during animation college. Can you believe it? For my game art college, I think it was in my first year as well, even. So that was like 2009 or 10. We had these like cells that were like this big with some animation paper to match. And it was more of a rotoscope assignment, to be honest, but it was interesting. I don't have that thing on hand by now. I think Twitch is weird about figure drawing. Yeah. Know what to draw, figure draw. I know. Maybe want to do that later, though. Oh, I just forgot to grab stuff to prop this up. Let me quickly grab some sketchbooks to put this at an angle. One moment. Figure this. Thank you for the stream. Also, how's the volume compared to my voice and the music? Because once again, I forgot to test some recordings and volumes. I did lower the sound or the volume of the alerts since the last stream on Saturday because I was looking back at the VOD and holy fuck, those were loud. And the game was also like way louder than I heard it. That was fucking fucked up. Like, no wonder y'all are talking about the crunchy, windy noises, which you guys thought was pleasant, at least, thankfully. But holy moly, that was significantly louder than I was hearing the game myself while I was playing and streaming. Thank you, OBS. Or Windows. I don't know who to blame. Probably Windows, to be honest. Draco, hello. Welcome in. Your voice is just ever so slightly low compared to the music. How about now? It's like a decibel lower for the music. Where do I leave my post-it notes? There. Write down reminders. It's easier to remember. Something about the brain. Remembering that kind of shit better. Oh my god, markers. This pen is dying a little bit, looks like. But that sure does say test OBS volumes. And I'm gonna stick that to my monitor. It may fall down because the glue on these nodes is kind of horrendous. Oh my god, I could make an animation, guys. We're not. I have this whole thing to fill still! Fuck, I really would like to get them done before the end of the year. That was probably the leading thing of me deciding on streaming this instead of Live to Do Experiment. I'll do that in my off time. Some more. Maybe later tonight I'll continue that a little bit. I'm a professional. I'm not. Not with the sketchbook, I'm not. Alright, Mishka update. Let me also grab that before we get started. I'm not used to streaming. Photos. Mish. She's on her way. Better get ready for the server. I had to take it at a odd angle because she's in the window again, and you know, I don't want to feckin' dox myself, so. Well, man. There she is. The baby. Who is doing well with the temperatures. She's actually surprisingly, like, chatty. She's really demanding my attention, but she can't really quite make up her mind what she wants from me, because then I start to pet her and then she gets a little playful or sensory overloaded, and then the brushies, which she doesn't also sit around for as long as she used to. She'll stay put and be like, oh yeah, that's the good stuff, but not as long as she usually does. Also, Callie, hi! This is a very nice setup for traditional art you got there. Thank you! It's the bare minimum, with a webcam aimed down. And the source are rotated and flipped and all that fun stuff. How you doing, Callie? Good to see you. Callie, did you have a Canvas Studio device, if I recall correctly? Also, sorry to jump this question directly at you while you're in a chat for the first time in a while. I was just curious, because I feel like you mentioned you had one a while back. You did? Ooh. Did past tense. Don't have it anymore. Because I am on the lookout for a mobile on-the-go device that would allow me to use Toon Boom and TV Paint. And it seems like a Huion Canvas Studio does meet the requirements. I even double-checked with tech support from both softwares, who have been super helpful. Shout out to both of them. Both TV Paint and Toon Boom. Osvaldo and Justin, I believe. Osvaldo from Toon Boom and Justin from TV Paint. Very helpful people. Very quick with communicating back and forth, and very honest with specs not meeting the requirements of devices I was looking at earlier. But yeah. So I may be acquiring one myself at some point. It doesn't need to be too high-end, I just need to be able to do my freelance work. Put it on Throne. I have my Ko-fi updated instead. Because I worry, because I want to play for part of it myself, because it's... Unfortunately, I just missed a sale. I was looking at the device already while I was on sale, but was like, I can't cough up this kind of money right now. It was discounted from $22.99 to $15.99, which that's $700. But I can't warrant such a purchase right now. Not right now, so I'm saving up. I need to keep an eye on my finances. I need to secure some work for the next few months first, which is still a little oddly up in the air. So, Ko-fi. Because you can start on Throne, like make that a fundraiser, but once there's a donation in, you can't remove it. And I think it would need to fund the whole thing also. And I feel that's too much. And also, because the device I'm looking at came out like 3 years ago, I would not be surprised if Canvas, or I mean Huion specifically, the company that made it, maybe in the works with a new generation of Canvas Studio that has better specs. Or up-to-date specs, rather. I've worked here for 4 years, and I can dive you on an in-depth review of the device in DMs because my experience with this is a little funky. Yeah, I remember you having some issues early on, hence why I'm like, ooh. Like, it is an on-the-go device. I do hear the battery life is a little leaving something to be desired. But, you know, it's an on-the-go device that's running Windows and all kinds of software. It meets those specs. Hence another reason why I'm like, maybe a newer generation that they may be working on and cooking up might be better. Less battery life and more like tech support. Ugh. Yeah, if you could DM me about it, I would very much appreciate it. Recently had a phone call to them about something. They were super helpful. Yeah, they're very good customer support, thankfully. And I know it's a little weird to mention both TV Paint and Tumu because they're technically rival companies, right? But I just have to use both for work. One client will require or be easy to work in Toon Boom, and the other will require or be easy to work in TV Paint. I can't choose just the one. So I hope neither of them mind. That's something they'll need to fight within the industry, and not me as a mere freelance animator. I'm like, sure, you're informed because it was a pricey little thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's probably even more expensive now, new, than it was when you bought it because inflation go up. Yay. It's really weird to see things you've bought like a few years ago be more expensive now than you did back when you got it for back then. Because inflation. Way. Working on the site, so book me if you need to moderate. Yeah, sure, can do. Thank you, Ben. Hope work is going well despite the hot temperature. So I'll still have Adobe. Yeah, we are stuck with softwares we need because of other people. Well, behold, the blank page with some swatches on the other side from the copics to test out how much they bleed, and they bleed a little bit. I'm wondering if in the future, like, imagine I would fill this in, right? Or something similar. I would use a marker, and then on the other side would kind of use that shape to make something new with. Ooh. That could probably be interesting. I wonder how well it would go if you did both a marker on that side and the other side. Preferably with the same color. Or with it, like, dissolve the paper. The blank page! I know! Renee was also nice to send some suggestions. Like, I watched the movie Project Hail Mary yesterday in the movie theater. I had the theater all by myself, too, which was fucking awesome. Last awesome was the very low temperature in the movie theater, but thank you to the service of the movie theater. During the break, I went down and grabbed a little cup of tea because, as I mentioned, cold. I made mention of it, that it was cold in there. Yeah, it was cold. I was literally, like, legs crossed and, like, holding myself as close as possible. because it was chilly in there, man. But I made mention of that, and the guy behind the counter was like, one moment, and came back with a clean cinema jacket for me to borrow during the second half of the movie, which, very welcome. It's very welcome. It's so cold in there, man. So yeah, shout out to that dude. Great customer service. Welcome in, my man Moodle. Hope you're doing good. Also, if you hear the fan, I turned it on while I got up earlier. Apologies, it's warm. It's very warm. I tried to cool up my apartment as much as I could this morning with opening the windows as much as possible. Letting some cool air come in. Shout out to Osvaldo, Justin, and that cinema dude. Hell yeah. We love good customer support. Be nice to people in customer service. Don't assume they'll be nice just because you're a customer. Just, you know, they're people. For fuck's sake. It's not hard. I guess it makes sense that the AC blasted as usual. It's full of people and they'll warm it the hell up. Yeah. Even, I think he tried to also just up the temperature in the room during the second half, but he said it would probably, the process would probably be a little bit slow, so I probably wouldn't have noticed it until near the end of the film, which was the case. But again, I had that jacket I could borrow from him, so hooray! Rosie, hello! Rosie, I was mentioning earlier I'm gonna start another Life 2D experiment soon. Whoop, 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 whoop. Do I not have any other colors? We can start with brown. We've not used the brown. We've only been sketching with blue. Was it a big screening room? Nah, it wasn't that big. Say like small, medium. Yeah, we've only been doodling with blue so far, so brown. That much of a call I can make at least. If only because I don't have my other color pencils within reach right now and I have to get up again and I don't wanna! Hope you're doing good, Roz. Oh god, Ed, you took a 2-hour nap? Uh-oh. I mean, at 2 hours, is that... That's a long nap. It's a risky length of nap, too, because of the REM cycle stuff. 6-hour nap, that's a sleep. You can't... That's sleep. Oh, you know what I could do? Let me see if any of these sketchbooks start off with that idea. Whoa, these sketches. No. It's not this one either, I don't think. Where is it? No, it is. I could probably do some, like, these were all started out as random shapes and then turn them into a head. Maybe I can do a page of that. Show old sketchbook, yes. This one's not even finished, and I started it in... You know, like 8 years ago. Here's the proof. Blank. Whoops. Listen, man. Ah. Why am I hearing ads music all of a sudden? One moment. Still a string open somewhere. Suddenly hear a McDonald's ad jingle, like, fuck off. Thankfully you guys didn't hear that. But I already browsed through old sketchbooks. Although this one's, I guess, a work in progress. Yeah, this was like, oh yeah, there's a random page of Jacksepticeye. For some reason, some other scribbles from work and doom and gloom. These were also, like, in the wild. There were just people dressed as monks, I remember. And I'm like, huh? What? Why are there monks in the train station? I don't get it. Also the way I used to draw myself in the past. Well, when I still had my hair up all the time. Let's see. Is there any fun pages in here? I mean, I flipped through some of these already. Some autographs and whatnot. Some pages skipped to give those space. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know you guys aren't seeing it, but I'm just looking for something worthwhile to open up on. Like, this page of, like, I was at some event that day, trying to keep it together on day one of a raging period. You gotta vent. You gotta vent in those situations. Kieran, hello. Grave, hello also. Monk understands the importance of public transportation like trains. Public transportation is very good. Enabler's going to love this. I hope so. Renee was suggesting like some fan art things, like because I saw Project Hail Mary yesterday, maybe I could draw a little moment from that, or something from Outbound that we played on Saturday, and also off stream we made a fair bit of progress last Monday. Hehe. Listen, we could hang out all day. I took the chance. I need to lower the volume for myself a little bit. Which also probably means I need to lower it for you guys. If it's something like loud. Draw Rocky? Gosh. I also don't want to risk spoilers, because it's still out there and not everyone has seen it, and then there's a fair few people who are like, man, I need to see that movie. And I would say, yeah, I had a fun time. Draw a page from memory? I could. Yeah, no spoilies. I won't, but hi. That's probably wrong. I should go that way. Close enough. You guys can't fucking see shit though, because I'm drawing so light. I like the idea of drawing heads from different shapes. Yeah, that's something I'll probably get started on, so I'll just gotta draw some random shapes, right? So, oh, and that's just how you get going. You can make them like all fit in there, using the negative space to make the next shape without thinking too much about it. Sure wish we had public transportation in the US. No, I'm not counting the buses I have to wait 15 to 45 minutes for. Yeah. Blank page is always the hardest part. That's why I'm over here like, ah. I do need to be careful though, because if I do still want to fill this, and maybe I just end up not doing it, actually. Meh, I should have done it earlier, if I wanted to, I think, at this point. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous shape, hang on! Y'all see nothing. Not as dangerous. Pickle. Sure. Kieran! Oh my god, you can't. Of all people. Shape. It's fine, it's whatever. What if I just take a little peek and like find some more? Because it feels like I'm drawing similar-ish random shapes. And if I just draw them bigger, I don't have to draw as many. Because this is a lot. There's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops, there's already 8. Let's do like 3 more. So that's a large one. This one's going to be difficult. And then all right, we have a page of shapes. 8. Thank you, Renee. How you doing, Renee? I was mentioning earlier that you were being helpful in DMs by suggesting stuff to draw, and now I'm here being like, I'm just gonna draw some shapes and turn them into faces, as I did on this page way back in the day. Gotta decide who I'm drawing today for your art fight sheets. Ooh, yes, art fight will be upon us in like a month, a little over a month from now. I don't know if I'll be able to participate. It depends on if/when freelance begins. You're out of meetings? Fuck yeah, let's go. Hope the meetings went well. Not ready. There's a little bit of space left here. We'll make it 12, I guess. See how far we can get. I want to go until like 5:30 my time. So about 4 hours total of stream. And we're already 40 minutes in, as is tradition of like, oh god, the blank page and yapping and catching up. It's, you know, streaming! Open the volume on the music again a bit, because I can barely hear it. I'm gonna be super prepared for art fight this year. Gonna have a lot of characters and varieties. Hell yeah. I've just left the animal channel. Welcome. Welcome to VTuber channel. There is an animal right there though. I hope that's alright. It's a very, very good creature. Yep, art fight season is almost upon us again because that's every July. That's when that starts. July 1st to the last day of July. Alright, now we don't have a blank page anymore, but now it's still like... How do I feel this? I have 1 OC. Listen, 1 OC is all it takes. If it's a fucking dope-ass design, people are gonna want to draw them. Ansta made me add my VTuber thing here last year. That's her fault. This looks like it could be like a shift hat. I don't need to start at the top. I can just start wherever I have the first idea, right? Fucking Ratatouille over here. Fucking Muppet looking thing. If you want to fix things up with the head, I love doing this with full body doodles. Try and find a pose that fits the space. Ooh. So you draw a shape like this and then turn it into a whole body. I mean, I could switch it up, I suppose. That's true. Something about this guy. It's like, he needs a sideburn. That's what I gotta sneeze. False alarm! I felt the tingle of like, oh, you're gonna sneeze. And then I looked at the light and like, you no longer have to sneeze. I'm like, alright. Hi, Juno! Hope you're good. Welcome in. This one's gonna be weird because it's so horizontal. I could turn it into a bone and then we make a bone head. Or something. Oh, you were talking about bodies. This like kind of looks like I see a lady in this one who's like looking up and long hair flowing down to her ass. Like this is the hips area maybe. This is what I'm seeing. Curzec went to don't right into her stream. No, that's not what I reacted like at all. That was how Doig reacted. He was like, fuck, if I had known you're streaming, I would have waited a little bit. And I was just like, nah, you can do whatever you want. You can save it for another time if you wanna. They are never obligated to raid me, even if I am a mod or a friend or whatever. They can raid whoever the fuck they feel like. He must have felt bad about his joke. What was the joke? When was this? I just need an excuse to make the funny emote combo. That's very true. Yeah. It's a good combo. Hey, Doig, what you joking about, huh? Bear? Just do what I do in a timeout and Doig right when he raise it. No. Also, there we go, that's better. That's right, I also have my repositioning buttons. Did you say go live, Curzec, and I will raid you and went jokingly, or was it Rossi or Gore? I don't know. I wasn't listening to their stream as I saw them raid elsewhere. Man, I kind of wish. A better camera would make this look crisper because it's looking a little pixely, right? Because I'm just using a webcam. Well, it isn't not just a webcam. It was a pretty pricey one. It's the Elgato one, which still cost a pretty penny. I just can't justify spending more than that amount of money on just a camera that I couldn't use as a webcam. Send hello. Hydration. I can do that. I've learned to put my bottle on this side as opposed to this side where my microphone is. So I don't bump into it anymore. I'm so sorry for any time I did in the past. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How was an alert volume? Actually, did it come out at all? I don't think it played. Looking at them, I don't. Oh god, I've got so many issues. Just randomly, the alert sound doesn't play, and I genuinely can't tell you when it does and when it doesn't. I cannot find a consistency. Can we get a mic bump to remind us of the good old days? No, but you can get this. How's that? It wouldn't be Twitch without a little scuff. I do use them through Twitch, that is true. Maybe that's the issue. But it gives me 2 extra free emotes. If I at least stream once every 2 months, because apparently if you don't stream for 2 months, those emotes go away. Yay. Why? I don't know. Does it save a lot of bandwidth, Twitch? Like, an emote is like 100 kilobytes? I don't know. What will my bump return from the war? Listen, when you're over here, Rene, you can beat up that mic all you want, but you will have to buy me a new one if you break it. And I will want an upgrade. That's a hibiscus tea. Ooh. Have I ever had hibiscus tea? I don't think I have. I'll try it though. Something florally. The white hands work for Mishka. You know what I've never done? I have this camera set up. There is enough space in here to fit a cat who's on the move right now. Mimi. Oh, she's grabbing food. Oh my god, I could scoop her up and put her on the desk. She'll hate it though. Red shotgun mic for $800. Got it. Hi, want to see my new message now? What a dangerous question. I don't know if I want to see that, but welcome in. Never again will be green tea and sweet syrup. Ooh. That sounds very refreshing. Add some sugar to hibiscus tea and you basically have Jamaica. Ooh. She would like, mother, why do you do this? No, she'll be freaking out like, what the fuck is the service? Well, he's got a couple more shapes in because I have one. Halfway through another. We got like fucking 12 of these. Oh wait, how's it dangerous? Is it about the design? No, it's because I have no idea what I'm saying yes or no to. About new message style. I have no idea what to expect, and it could be something horrendous. Because people on Twitch can be very funny. It's just a little bit of reluctance on that side of things. But if it's innocent, then it should be, but you know. New people coming in. Sometimes you don't know what you're getting. And I want to have the benefit of the doubt always. Or at least as much as possible. It's WhatsApp style. I... Nice? I don't know. SMS style. Ah. Well, that would be like replacing letters and numbers, right? And vice versa. I'm mostly replacing letters with numbers, so like an E would be a 3. Hey dude, there we go. -1. But Karen! Karen, you're so feisty today! My gosh. First you type out, lo and behold, the word Pingus in my chat. Mr. doesn't like to swear. Kieran is very spicy today. Is it the high temperatures? It's gotta be the high temperatures. Spicing up his tude. The heat is offensive. It's true! Kieran almost thought the frick word from the heat. I may... Is it cheating if I take in the shape a little bit or slightly alter it? Otherwise she's gonna have like a very small head and a very... Like it's still roughly the same shape, just the proportions are a little different. And if it's cheating, well, I guess you're just gonna have to come over and slap the pencil out of my hands. References are fine. This is true. Using reference, good. Just don't copy the whole thing? Nope. Or copy it to study it, but don't claim it as your own. That's the thing. Don't add it to your portfolio or anything like that. If it's just like, okay, I want to deconstruct this drawing that someone else made that I think is really fucking good. I've done that. I've done style studies. Not recently, though. Your sketchbook, no such thing as cheating. Not with EE. Yeah, just slightly changing the proportions a little bit. I'm smoothing this out. There's a weird little bump in there. Where am I seeing this? I'm seeing it like... Yeah, I can't really demonstrate it with the camera. Would it be going in? Or would it be nicer if it's... Let's see... I think I need to be careful not to cover up my hand as I'm drawing, so I don't mess with the face tracking. But you know, I'm not using this hand for keyboard shortcuts, so it's free. It's free to do whatever the hell it wants, so it's just resting. Make your drawing hard to see on mobile. I'm so sorry about the camera quality. I'm just filling in the shape, turning it into a lady. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you have a good stretch or hydrate if you haven't had one in a while. Looks nice? Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, this was just the first thing I saw. I saw bumps that kind of looked like I could turn it into a person rather than a head more easily. Thank you for the follow as well. Welcome in. Only a follow rapid fire. I kind of want to give her really long thingies. I may have a little bit of Psychonauts on the brain because of Doik and Swift playing that again recently. I need to sharpen this pencil for this kind of narrow work. Is that eraser on the end also pencil brown? No, it's just dirty. From being in a pencil case. You know, you get the other things on there. Never thought of this exercise? Yeah, it's great. So I'm filling in random shapes now that I've just drawn from, like, brain fart. And it's something I do every once in a while. Here's a page in the sketchbook from a long time ago where I did something similar. With different colored pencils. Yes, I saw Callie. Thank you so much. I'll be giving that a solid read through at the end of the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for taking your time to inform me. I really appreciate it already. I like reading when it's informative. Or entertaining, or ideally both. Holy shit. I like to draw scribbles and create an image from that. Basically what I'm doing, but shapes, right? Shapes, scribbles. Yeah, I'm a little tempted actually. There's something about this paper. Or maybe it's the pencil. I don't know. Empanadas, welcome in! It almost feels like there's something about this paper where if your pencil isn't like really sharp, the slightly stubby lead point makes it really difficult to make clean, tight, defined lines with. I wonder if you can use the bleed through part or something. Maybe not for this one, but I can try again another time. You know, there's a lot left. We've only just got started, and we're doing double-sided because it's nicer to browse. Though probably if I like do a nicer drawing on one of these kinds of pages, I'll probably leave the other side blank. Just kind of let it stand on its own. So wait, hello. At uni, I used to take a sketchbook to the pub and encourage people to do the same art practice. Was fun on what people drew. Yeah. I think I had a Moleskine as well. Is this one I brought with me once? No. This one's also not filled in. Also a couple of blank pages still. Not that many though. Do you think you'd find it harder to be paid to fill a sketchbook than being paid to do the work you normally do? The sketchbook, probably. Just because it's every time it's like, now what? And the work I normally do is digital, so I can just throw things away more easily. And skew any drawing I've done to make the proportions nicer. And now it's just like, alright, this is what you drew. If it ain't right, guess you gotta erase and redraw it. Kevin fucking loves drawing on paper. Erase and redraw! And again, slightly change shape a little bit for a little bit more appeal and balance. I'm gonna throw your page away, Fiend. Digital kind of sucks now. I wish making lines felt good digitally. When is Art Fight? Art Fight is on July. It's always in July. But you can make an account already, and I think you can also... Or maybe soon you'll be able to add characters. I'm not sure if you can do that already. T-Range still the closest paper, though Clip is really good. I believe Clip is used in anime a fair amount. Huh, life hack for finishing the sketchbook, just rip all the pages and be like, done? No. No, I'll try to avoid ripping out any pages, even though with a sketchbook like this you won't be able to tell unless you actually counted the pages. Grown fond of my very terrible sketchbook pages. Your sketches are very fun, Kevin. I'll kill you. Gives the book personality, reminds me I have bad draw days. Yeah, sometimes you're just like, wow, this one fucking sucks. There's plenty of pages in here where I'm like, yikes. Well, not that one. That was okay. That was good. And sometimes it's just like you're doing thumbnails. Very skrilly. You're just using it to like actually sketch and explore ideas. For some reason, there's a pitch black in here. Bought some acrylic stands from an artist, and the peely protective stickers are so hard to peel off. Ooh, I've never gotten any acrylic stands personally. I'm very picky when it comes to getting merchandise of things I enjoy. That being said, like I was mentioning earlier about drawing fan art as a thing for today, and probably not Project Hail Mary. What I responded then instead to Renee per that suggestion is like, if I was gonna draw fan art, it was probably gonna be some high overdue Knights of Guinevere, like, which look at what I have right here. As soon as that pilot dropped, I was like, yoinkus, give me this one, give me that hoodie. I've ordered the art book that's on its way, eventually. I haven't seen any updates on that since ordering. Do we know how Knights of Guinea is doing? Nope. And we shouldn't. No leaks. I am noticing this pin is like hella crooked. You can see how it's like aiming in that direction as opposed to like straight out. Dangerous to do. I should not be pressing that with me fingies and accidentally stab myself on stream. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Knights of Guinevere is just being developed slowly but surely. I personally would be shocked pleasantly if we see anything within the next 2 years. Safari brought Dogs with Merce and Orangi-kun in the acrylic sand. Ooh, nice. When a spittle drop of blood on the sketchbook, you can draw a Wamper with it. If I accidentally have blood on a page, that may be a page that should be ripped out. Or at least that part. If it's like on the corner, just like get rid of that. That's gross. Sweat and tears only, maybe, in the sketchbook. No actual blood. Another downside of like drawing on the other side is you need to be careful with erasing so I don't smudge out the other side too much. And things are gonna get smudgy a little bit because of just the nature of this kind of sketchbook. Maybe if like I had a sketchbook like this, it wouldn't be as bad. But we'll see. We'll see at the end of the line. Using different color pencils for the pages could be fun. I'm using brown right now, aren't I? Or do you mean like different colors on the page? And yeah, in the future. But right now on hand I only have brown, light blue, darkish blue, and just default lead. And I don't want to get up. Killerfish, hello, welcome in. The look next to the lady looks like a gorilla. This one? Yeah, I can see it. Like, this is the muzzle. I mean, I could turn into a gorilla right now. Gorilla from memory. The big old chin. True. Hi, CJ. Welcome in, hope you're good. A straight to ink page would be a great page. Oh, so just like grab the fine liner and just like, alright, commit. Maybe later when I have a little bit more confidence in drawing on paper. Again, because I don't do it often, Kevin, unlike you. We've done 3 streams. This is stream 3 of sketchbook doodling. And every time it's been like, the fuck do I draw? What do I do? Could you make a page where you use your spare paper to purposely bleed through onto the sketchbook and then fix it? Fix it how? Do you plan to finish the page today? Yeah, ideally I'd have this done before the end of stream. So we've got another 3-ish hours just under. Fix it like how you're turning these shapes into drawings. Oh! Turn the blobs into... I could do that, yeah, sure. Fixing is a weird word, so that threw me off. Like, what do you mean fix? Like, I can't undo the bleeding of a marker. Variations on Dignity by Kirk Van Houten, aka Milhouse's dad. I don't know what that is, but hi, Korok. I don't watch enough Simpsons! Fix on like a tattoo. I guess it could be like that, yeah. Keep it fun and slightly uncomfy. I am slightly uncomfy right now. As I am a little bit out of my comfort zone. This being almost parallel to the brow here. Just very quickly gotta make sure, because I'm tempted to just draw like 2 little circles for the nose. Not gorillas. Just a regular gorilla. Yeah, they're just like... The Simpsons drawing I said looked like your hair. Be careful here, because I'm drawing a little carelessly over the same line in an attempt to define it more. I do kind of have the blank page problem when I do new database updates, though it helps that I have an existing game to look at and decide on what it does. There's always ways to start out, right? Like I'm doodling now. I'll have a sudden vision. Surely. Like I could see this as like a massive schnoz, and this could be a profile. So that seems a bit easy of a thing. You can add a little ear, right? It's fine. It's not quite gorilla. Like a gorilla has different shapes from the looks of it at the photos I'm looking at right now, but monkey. Ape. Ape adjacent. Ape adjacent. There we go. You can see me do the little finger guns on stream. Oh my god. Hi Jazz, welcome in. Send your answer peeps to Ubisoft for BGE 2? Haha, no. No. Hydration. Oh god, it's already time. Bah. Hydrated. Welcome in, Peep. Okay, well, seeing something for this one. I see big smile. Right? But I'm seeing something sleazy about this. Like a sleazy car salesman. I can do this other stash, and then I need to sharpen the pencil again, I think. Because sometimes I'm not even really sketching. At least so far I've not really been sketching. But like lightly pressing, I'm kind of going straight into it. Doesn't need that much of a sharpen. I like doing shaped characters. I've done them a few times in my dailies. I've also turned them into cats a few times. Ooh, a cat. Don't have any cats in here. This is the closest to a cat, but it's a very sad cat, maybe. Like, these would be the ears. Kind of want to give him little lashes, which you don't really see. Unless I... No, then the light is fucking up with it. There you go. You can kind of see it like this. Change my mind. Mid-line drawing. No, I want the ear to be in the shape. Actually, no, I want it to be protruding out for a silhouette. So this becomes more the back of the head. And just the side of a jaw, even though it does still line up. Look at the fun shapes. Thank you, Sinister. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Are folks in here headed to Dokomi by any chance this weekend? I was looking at it. I would like to go one year because it's like super huge artist alley, right? A lot of artists I follow table there. But no funds for it this year. It's not completely undoable for me to go there either. I can take a train. But probably would like an overnight stay. Though that would add to the cost of going, right? I've never gone to a convention outside of my country, I don't think. Took me sadly quite a bit away from me. It'd have to be the whole weekend for me to be worth it. Yeah, fair. Also, YouTube is just like, hey, are you still watching? I am. I have the plugin that should tell you I am. Want to be doing more traveling soon? Yay! Many good more sales upon thee. Guys, did you know? Ben's a game dev. He's got a game. If you do !Ben, you get a link to his game. The sales for that have been going very well recently. And he was recently interviewed by PC Gamer, for which the interview still needs to come out. But hopefully sometime in June. Whether that will be in the magazine or on the website, I'm not sure. I don't think Ben knows for sure either. Yeah. Ben's been getting some W's. He's doing great. Hard work paying off. Solo game dev. Pretty hype about the magazine? Yeah, she should be. That's fucking awesome. That's some very cool info, Curzec. How again can I find out more? Well, if you go to !Ben, you get the link to his game, which there are 2 links of that right now in chat already, but you can do it again just for fun. There we go. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Merc. And you can see his little game there. It's a zombie survival simulator. Being cyberbullied by streamer. Nah, you're just being treated like the mod you are. Haha. Killed with kindness. Mm-hmm. Okay, I can't tell if this is paper. That's the paper. That's not coming off. There's like a itty bitty line here that matches my brown pencil, and it's like, well, alright. And we'll get you all back with your kindness. Uh-oh. So fucking love the Curzec Rene. Hooray, I'm glad. This is a slightly faster version. This one's playing at 30 FPS as opposed to 24, which was the version Rene showed that I made for him for his birthday. And then I was like, psych, I'm gonna make a variant of it. I'm just gonna pop a little heart in there. Because funny. Arrives in Largo Winch cosplay. I'm too fucking bad. I don't know who that is, so I can't recognize you in the crowd. Yeah, I'm seeing just a really sad cat in this one right now. We're very wide. It's just default white man. Okay. One of these days you'll announce you go to a con and someone turns up as Rudolph Blorbo Man. Oh my god. That would be so much work to put into a cosplay to make that look like him. Because it's a pretty detailed character. And it's a character no one fucking knows. Although I have a Blorbo in chat right there. I mean, right here. Hi, Rene. What the fuck? Haha. Good god. Also have a good food, Kevin. Like Winchester's super spy, really cool guy, he's super fly. Alright, I still don't know what they look like. Character design. It's a sad fucking cat right there. Make the ears a bit more pointy. Find the shape a little bit better. It's still the same shape overall, it's just, you know, a little bit of re-pushing and pulling. Kira, hello! Welcome in. White cat has never been so fed ever. I don't know, man, he looks pretty sad, like if the food bowl is empty. You know, there's a good point, you do have a Blorbo right here. I wonder if it's possible, because the thing I made for Rene, his live 2D model, is mouse activated and just goes ah-ba-ba-ba-ba, ah-ba-ba on mic input, right? I wonder if you can set it in a way where the mic input can also recognize your ah, e, u, o, and such. So that matches. It doesn't even match on my model. Because there are like separate VTube Studio sliders for calibrating that. Oh, oh. The corners of my mouth go a little. I've never been satisfied with this model's mouth. I think the only way I can get satisfied with mouth rigging on a VTube model I make is with VBridger, which seems to have a little bit better mouth tracking at least. So that's for the future. It uses the ULIP sync phoneme detector. Specific mouth shape with specific vowels, yeah. I just wouldn't know where to put the parameters in VTube Studio. And also, I'm not sure if it'll be more or less appealing than what it's currently at. There's something funny about it just being a simple ba. There's something more funny about it just being open and close as opposed to specific mouth shapes. There you go. Thank you, Gwillem. Has this charm? Yeah, thank you, Ender. Welcome in. You lip sync phoneme sounds like an alien. Yeah. Alright, we have 4 of 12. We're a third of the way through. Woohoo! And it could go pretty fast if I just know something. But you know, I'm also yapping. If you send me an updated version, I would make a separate model so I can whip it out and ababa if I want it. Or I just don't. And I just let it be for now. So yeah, Gwillem, I hope the recovery is going well post-surgery. I wanted to make another slight change to this one because I see something. I want to do that. Because now, do you guys see what I see? I see mustache. Switch to your computer. Have a good switch. Hope it went smooth. Ooh, sandwich. Yes. Make sure y'all eat and stay hydrated. In these hotter temperatures in Europe, at least. It's looking like it's gonna be going down after Friday over here. Today is already at least a little bit cooler than it was the last couple days. You saw like 4 other things. Mustache good. We all see something different. You're baking in here? Oh, I believe it. Just got home 8 hours ago. Oof. Next ridges might be uncomfortable. Ah. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Also, Gwillem, I updated my VGen yesterday, and I put up your emote that I made for as a sample for custom emotes, and that ended up looking like this. It's like a little branding around it with your name. Just a little GIF on loop. Eventually I'll open commissions again on VGen. I also set up another Your Character Here one featuring Sage. I have permission to turn that one into a YCH emote. From both Lowy, who actually got the redeem on Pilgrimus, and they wanted it for Sage. That's a fun YCH. Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe it could work. Replace it with the suplex one because I can only have 5 service listings. So right now I just have illustration for just like a drawing, and then custom animated emote, custom static emote, and then 2 YCH animated emotes, which for now will be Feral and Jive, I believe. I said it too. Yeah. We'll see when I'll open those again. I just kind of want to have a little bit of a period where I'm kind of drawing for myself and my own, like, what do I do? What do I draw? Because that muscle has severely weakened in the last few years. Some would even call it art block. Ooh. Anyway, I was seeing a mustache in this one. It could also be really low-hanging sunglasses. Realized yourself the earlier Chira that I just uploaded. Oh shit. Not the A word. Oh man, Gui, can you flip one of them? Animation. Oh, speaking of animation, I don't have it in this screen, but let me see if I can grab it. I might look a little ass. If I do this, and then that, I could add it to the stream. Hey, I updated my showreel video as well. It's like playing some stuff I've made over the years, right? The first 4 minutes are as usual. That's where I've roughly left it off, around here. I think this is what the last little bit is, the Craig of the Creek stuff. With the amount of stuff I added, it's now more than double the length. It is 10 minutes and 17 seconds. And that's with me holding back on my tummy tum shots, because those are also in here. As you can see as I scrub through them. And some emotes and other little things I've done. I don't know if I want to keep that in here, though, in this screen. Oh, I see it flipped, Gwillem. You work so much that when you get to your own stuff, it feels weird. Yeah, just like, oh god, I have not have to draw for myself in a while. My own demands, my own supply. What do I want? What do I need? I don't know if I want to extend the mustache to outside of the head shape or do that within. Because it makes sense since I never downloaded Frank's CTV what it is. I don't have it installed either, I don't think. I just clicked on something somewhere in OBS that would allow it to show it, I believe. Oh, so she's got no eyebrows. Do I give her eyebrows? There's something fun about her not having eyebrows, I guess. I don't know. It seems fine without. This isn't quite as chef hatty yet as I thought, and now with this, I guess a little bit more. Engaging work lurk mode, see you in a few hours if you're still going. Have a good lurk. I'm gonna prop up my leg in a not ergonomic way, but I wanna. Yay. I run out of ice. How can I have my iced tea now? Ooh, get some ice. Get a little tray and make sure that one's always got a little something. If your tap water is safe for that kind of thing, at least. I don't know if I want to make him angry or sophisticated or DreamWorks, bro. Ergonomicon, is that anything? It could be. Maybe for a physiotherapist. So water is fine from the UK? That's in the freezer, now gotta wait? Yeah. I don't know how long it would take. I think we can go for angry. Nope. That curved in way too soon. There we go. And then just not have that tangent. Need to be a bit more thoughtful. Think a little bit more before putting down a line. Visualize the line that I'm about to draw. Visualize the owl. Draw the owl. I can turn this into an owl. I'm gonna turn that one into an owl. Probably. I can do it. Fucking bet. Owl from memory. It's gonna look like that bird from that video where it's like, look how calm it is at well, and then you see them from the side, and then the guy says that, and they turn their head, and you're just like... But like, really, like... Your mind horse. Mind horse. Are there any in here that I can turn into a horse? It said it can't be done. Owl from memory. Jacob horse. Does the thing look like again? I've got a little bit of space here. I'm even gonna draw a random shape. Horse. Horse. Cool horse. Horse. Wow, a horse! If I fuck up one of his eyes, it's like Ludwig. Which I've ever brought that out on camera? Maybe during the Beyond Good and Evil stream. Did I ever? I have got a statue, a 3D printed statue of Ludwig, which isn't from official Bloodborne. I got it off of Etsy. But it's cool as fuck. Ever brought that out on camera? Because I can. There you go, the follow. Appreciated. Hope you're having a good one. I don't think you have, not sure though. Look, mentioned I have to follow. I do mean Ludwig the Holy Blade from Bloodborne, right? Cool horse. With the cool music. Yes. My man! My person! I don't know your gender. My chatter! Yes, I fucking love that boss fight. The accursed, the Holy Blade. Alright, well, now that there's someone in here who I know appreciates Ludwig, the Holy Blade, I guess I gotta open up the case that's right here anyway. That you can maybe hear as I'm opening it. Ugh. He's a little loosey in his whatchamacallit, his platform. Favorite boss ever? Goated. I mean horse. I don't know. One moment. But... So here he is. Should I avert my eyes if I've not played Bloodborne yet? I don't know. I don't know how blind you want to go in, because this is a DLC character also. Up to you, Gwillem. I'll hold off just a little moment. Dayson's Ludwig the Holy Blade mentioned 0. Thanks, Rene. Appreciate. Curzec did a presentation that asked a question. Okay, but why horse? And I found the answer! Which I'd always fucking wondered, and then I figured out how the scourge works. I put the pieces together based on the other beasts in the game. Fuck all y'all people who were like, oh, it's just a horse because of Berserk, and that the design is so not similar to Ludwig. Yeah, I didn't do the presentation here, Corey. I did that on my friend Kieran Coldgress's stream, who is editing that strain still into a more comprehensive thing, maybe. The presentations were supposed to be only 10 minutes long, and apparently mine ended being like 30 minutes. So, whoops. Anyway, I think Willem has maybe averted their eyes, but yeah. Here he is. It was hand painted by someone on Etsy. I guess 3D printed by themselves. Horse freak! Oh man! And this comes off. I'm holding it together. So good. There was a different platform option that was more expensive, but didn't look as good. Like, why wouldn't I put him in the pool of blood? It used to be a lot stickier, this surface, but I guess the dust is slowly gathered over time has made it less sticky. But yeah. You get his more human-y side, and then the more beastly side, and the eyes in the inside. They're all gray dots from what I can tell. One of the things I didn't get to mention was in that, like, opening here, right? The second head with eyes on the inside. There's one eyeball whose texture is not just sharper, but the eye color is blue, where literally all the other eyes are gray. So I don't know what the fucking dealio with that is. Couldn't find an answer. As I said, my 10-minute PowerPoint turned into a 30. Yeah, the ripples are a very great touch. But yeah. The sword can also be removed if I'm a little careful. I may choose not to because, like, that middle part of the hilt is almost as white. Oh, there we go. That was actually easier than I thought it would be. But yeah, these weird, like, guts, they're not spilling out, but it looks like it's spilling out with how it's looking on his model in the game. His freaky eyes, his more human eye, and his busted eye. What a little guy. Little guy in my hands. Sweet dreams. Never played Bloodborne. Is it good? This is my first FromSoft. What a cute toy. Thanks. Welcome in. And yeah, the sword is also... It's got the details on it. Absolute nightmare of a pattern. Don't know what the pattern means, though. Looks cool. I couldn't really find any, like, distinguished shapes. It looks like, in the center, it looks like there's a shape of a sword in the center. So you have a sword shape on a sword. You probably don't use a letter opener, but if there was a Moonlight Greatsword letter opener, fuck yeah, let's go. That'll be fun. But yeah, no, I don't use a letter opener. I just fingy, just tear it open. I am but a peasant. What if you just hang out with me here on my desk? Won't that be nice? Even though you don't see him. I can at least, like, yoink him, like, here he is! Grabs you. But yeah. We have Pilkey to blame for that purchase. Who a couple years ago was like, hey Curzec, I found this. And I was like, oh god, I spent money. So fast. Letter openers. Do Danish people even know what those are still? Oh my god. Call out. That's what like the Holy Blade? Yeah! I'm gonna grab them again. There's a platform here too, but he's so loose on it, I just grabbed the guy. Got him off of Etsy. Game of the Year! I do have the Game of the Year edition of the game, so it came with the DLC. I went so out of my way to pick up a copy of that. I got it secondhand somewhere in some game store. But I still had free public transportation at the time, so... Man, you're showing up Ludwig and all the real ones pop up. You fucking know it. It's almost like Ludwig and Bloodborne are really well beloved. Oh my god. Also, Kieran, I know you're lurking, but if you're hearing this, I hope you don't feel like a sense of stress or urgency in finishing the edit. No fucking rush, my guy. I carry you. Take your time. None pressure. One of my favorite Ludwig things is how his first phase as a beast trait, but his second phase does not, and it rules. Yeah. You know what's also cool? In phase 1, while he fights as a beast, he takes more fire damage, which is what beasts in the game do! Fire doesn't hurt him as much in phase 2. All the more symbolizing that he's not a beast at that moment. I'm a nerd. Same as serrated weapons? Yeah! Yeah! We love those attentions to detail. I just managed to emulate. Play Bloodborne on PC. Ooh, how's the emulator these days? I am genuinely curious. That's a little bit lower. A smidge. I'm yelling a little bit over the music. And if it means it's loud for me, then it's loud-ish for you. Yeah, hey man, Sony is leaving money on the table by not making it so that Bloodborne makes their way to PC. You know what else works on PC right now? Gravity Rush 2, baby. Ooh. Another cult classic. What about the first one, though? That was it PSP or PS Vita? I generally forget also which one of the two came first, and which one was the successor. Was it Vita that was the successor? My post-it note! It fell! You know the post-it note that I hung up like less than 2 hours ago? It's already fallen off. Awesome. First one was Vita, really. Whoops, my bad. Okay, I just gotta add an ear somewhere. Good enough. It works really well in 60 FPS. It makes me nostalgic. I even remember every line of dialogue in the Latin American Spanish version. Ooh. I didn't know there was a Latin American Spanish version. That's cool. Just needs a hat? What, this guy? Terrible. Don't have as much control as I would like. I have a little bit more space up here. Good sir. Humbug man. Alright, you make a click noise. Whatever. It's one of the few Souls games that has Spanish voices. Oh, really? Does Sekiro have Spanish voices? I know it's got French, which is used for speedrunning. Or at least was at some point, because for some reason there's something faster about it. Cause, or some say cosm. Love when different languages are just faster for speedruns, and I have no idea how or why that is. I don't know enough about that stuff of game dev. Like, I know a little bit about level design and game design and textures and all that stuff. The technical stuff, I'm the wrong bitch. I play Sekiro, but I don't remember it if it has Spanish because I played it in Japanese. Gotcha. Maybe the Steam page was able to tell. Oh well. Owl. I said owl. I'm guessing like text in text boxes. I don't know. I have to Google it. I am defaulting to very round eyes. Like cartoony round eyes so far. Or what would be cartoony round eyes if they were open? Read the other day, if the Bloodborne movie doesn't have a 10-minute scene of chasing Nikolaj through the hallways, I don't want it. 10 minutes? That's a lot of minutes. I'm going to make food and exercise and shower and all the things I should have done like an hour ago. Lovies and bubbies, have a good functioning. And thank you, Mark. I don't know what kind of owl this is, but it's some kind of bird. Also another hydration. Golly. I'm hydrated, I swear. You should hydrate too. Everyone should hydrate when the streamer hydrates. Speaking of hydration, Jack, hey Curzec, how's that spine feeling? Does it need a bit of a stretch? It's feeling alright. I don't have a stretch redeem. Do I? Also, I got up a little bit ago to grab Ludwig. Though that was very brief. I was trying to not get dunked on by Ice Dragon in Night Rain, but I caught a glimpse of that Ludwig statue and it looks super dope. Yay! Get that dragon. Get that frosty lizard. Undertaker, whenever Alt is in the chamber, I love stopping him that with that when he does his flyby. There was one run I had with Kevin and I think Artie, where we went up against Caligo, and we were not looking good in the things we picked up and the level we were at. I think we went in against him at level 11 or 12, so it's a little rough. But we repeatedly kicked him so much, he never phase transitioned before he died. We just kept smacking him and interrupting him. So sometimes it's like, alright, cool. That's fine, I guess. Hang on. I shouldn't draw this like individual little triangles. Or should I even draw single little triangles? And stay in phase 1! So what you're saying is, it was in fact the correct build. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I was Undertaker, Kevin was Wilder. I don't know what Artie was. Hey, what if triangle shape? Made out of smaller triangles. That's not what I want. I don't know. Like some kind of graphic pattern resembling thing. I'm loving the Nigel Thorne Mary with mustache character. That guy. Thank you. Hello, Rhea. Welcome in. I see you got the P207 great pencil. It's a color erase, actually. So it's a color pencil that you can erase pretty easily. It's the terracotta color, also. Number 253 is their product code. The one on the right. Either one of these, I suppose. Yeah, just like mechanical pencil. The blue one. There's so many more. I'm assuming you mean this. But yeah. I don't remember where I got it. I haven't used it yet in the sketchbook. Maybe later. If I do actually some more sketchiness and I wanna sharpen it up. Again, speaking of shapes and slightly altering it, it's a little like lumpy like that. So I'm taking that in just a little bit. 4 remaining. With 2 hours left. There's a little bit of space there. See if we can do something fun with it. Guess I gave a little feet. Oh, those sunglasses are native to that emote? Yeah, those line up perfectly. Holy shit. Sports still going well? I'm still slowly starting up. I did some cardio this morning. I trained legs with my personal trainer last Thursday, who I'm seeing for the last time for the time being tomorrow. And it took a while for my legs to really fully recover. My hamstrings felt a little odd for a while. So I've been a bit careful. But I hope to at least go 3 times a week. Starting next week. For weightlifting. I made my whole I made a whole work split myself that I'll be doing for the next couple of weeks. And by couple of weeks I mean like 12 weeks or something like that. And I sent it over to my personal trainer first to be like, yo, how's this looking? And he was like, looking pretty good. And I'm like, cool. Return of muscle. Gosh, it's a little it's a bit of a bummer that I've lost some strength with having to need to take that break. But I'll get it back. Right? And the planking? Planking I only did in the studio, chef. Just because we're sat at our desks actually all day. This is a weird looking owl. Not character design approved. Better a break than a permanent injury. Yeah, I'll be getting up after stream. I hope to pick up a package before the shop closes. When stream is over. Because I am finally... Ooh, that's something I should grab. Because I'm gonna yap again. I've been neglecting putting up art on my walls, but I have been collecting little pieces here and there over the years. And I finally got like 4 packs of these that contain 2 hooks each. So I got 8 hooks of those for hanging up stuff on the walls. And last week I thrifted a bunch of frames for things I had. And there's one that I need to grab. Maybe before I do, I followed this artist on Blue Sky and I wonder if I can quickly find them. Because this is more Bloodborne, by the way, for those who were listening earlier and like, hey yo, Ludwig, there's more Bloodborne coming up. One moment, if I can. Oh, I follow so many artists. And I don't know their name. Wonder if I can Bloodborne doll. If I blue sky search it, I don't know if they post. I think they posted their art. They posted this illustration. Scroll, 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 scroll. Scroll, scroll. I'm seeing a lot of doll art. Out of that one artist, whose name I don't know. I don't even know if they used the word doll or Bloodborne when they posted it. Oh well, I don't think they have a signature on the piece, but let me grab one moment. So, I'm back with the thing. It's a little print, right? They did a print of the doll, and I bought it at the stall that they were tabling at not that long ago, actually. So I thrifted this frame that I'm about to flip over, but I need you to understand how perfect. Like, I thrifted this as is, and it fits the mood of this piece so good, and it's the perfect size. Like, this reddish brown is such a good match with this print, and this weathering was already there. It just makes it feel extra haunted, right? $1.50. We love this! I'll probably remove this thing, though, because I do want to hang it up on the wall. I may get a couple of these, like, hooks that you can shove onto the backs of this kind of thing for more consistent hanging up on the wall. Also need to be careful not to show my face again. But yeah, it looks so good in this frame. I'm so glad I found this. So that's going up on my wall at some point, along with a bunch of other things. And the thing I'm gonna pick up, hopefully after stream, is some frames for, at long last, the animation Cell and Genga that I got a couple of years ago. I got a cool frame for it and a custom Passepartout, or like the white frame around the picture, to give it some space and depth, though it's not touching the glass. It's also UV protected glass on the frame. I'm not gonna hang it up in direct sunlight, but I still want to make sure it's shit protected. Data Fox, thank you for the Ko-fi! Holy heck, thank you so much! Happy video game merch disguised as antique art. Well, it's not merch, is it, if it's made by a fan, right? I don't know. Does it count as merch? Have you done research to find out who that woman in the picture was? The woman in the picture is the doll from Bloodborne, but it's the artist. I don't remember their name, like, at all. I do follow them, and I only realized this after I made the purchase. Like, hey, wait a minute, I'm seeing this thing on my timeline. I follow you? Oh gosh, I would not be able to tell you what their name was. I think it starts with a P. Was it her? I don't think it's this person. Or maybe there's some Bloodborne in here. Wait, is this the one? don't think so. No, it's looking a little too colorful. If I find them again, I'll link it in the server, in the Discord. Because they also sold a sticker of an untransformed Moonlight Greatsword, which I'm also going to frame, so like this thing but untransformed as it looks in the game. Which I'm gonna get a frame for as well, from IKEA, because IKEA has a frame that would fit it perfectly and is quite deep, so you can put little display things in there separately. And I still have these like two massive fan-made keychains that are unwieldy as a keychain, but they look pretty, so I can like put them in the corner there and make it like a little Ludwig themed frame. I'm gonna be decorating. So that's something I've been doing offline recently. Anyway, I was busy with probably very poorly drawn Alfie. This is a sad fucking owl. This is a sad shaped owl. Or whatever. Next shape. What do we see? What do I see? I'm not sure what I'm seeing, so I'm smoothing out this other shape a little, whatever. A little pencil sharpening ASMR. Sad shaped owl because you used to draw solo so much some time ago. Yeah, but that was for work. He does have the Solus heart-ish shape, kind of, though. Though it's Solus, this would end in the point rather than being rounded. He is one sad owl, that's true! All I'm seeing is like that's all hair held up with a headband or something, or separated with a headband. Very dangerous to draw. Such clean shapes. Maybe. Just a little curl out there to break up the silhouette. Just that little corner I want gone. The original shape. I'll leave it uncolored for now. Maybe later I'll fill in some things. I did do that for this guy already, but I don't know. I feel like if I'm gonna fill in this hair, I should also do some toning on Monkey. 3 remain. These are kind of similar, but they're just a little different. Maybe I can make them match. Or be something of a similar theme. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with those 2. Or 3, rather. I'm looking around me for inspiration. I see a Ludwig. Don't think I can turn it into a Ludwig. I don't think I want to turn it into a Ludwig. Little duck light that I don't turn on because you need to charge it. Inspire me. Little guy. It's so dusty. Yeah, it's cute, isn't it? It's sold as like a light for in children's bedrooms, but look at him. Do you still need the art names? Because I found them. Yes, I do actually. Holy shit, if you could tell me, that'd be awesome. Great find. Eldritchman. Let's see. Yep, that's them. They're at Dokumi this weekend. Thank you so much. That's amazing that you found this. Good golly. Yeah, so they put this up the other day. of what they're selling at Dokumi. And look at what's in there. That's the doll. And a bunch of other FromSoft characters. There's a Mesmer, and Ronnie, and Melania. And the sticker. Because I saw the Bloodborne doll first, right? That little print. I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna take a look. And then I saw the sticker and I was like, is that an untransformed Holy Moonlight Greatsword? And I recognized it, and I told her as much, and we had a little moment, that artist and I, am like, oh my god, that fight is so cool! Yeah! That was fun. Happy to support a fellow FromSoft nerd. The reverse image sword on your frame and had to browse sites to find the credit. Holy shit, amazing! Thank you so much for going through that effort. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, go follow them. If you like FromSoft and gothic art. They got some really cool stuff in there. And I had no idea I was already following them until I found their table like a little over a month ago at an event. Everyone's at Dokumi, it seems. There's a lot of people going to Dokumi, yeah. I wanted to go to Dokumi, but it's not in the funds. Maybe next year. I do love me some Bloodborne art pieces. As is, you know, kind of evident. Just, you know, just a little piece. Just a little horse. Callie, have you met my horse? Have you met my fucked up murder centaur? He's just a little guy. Right now, at least. He's got an odd number of legs. And yes, it's in Dusseldorf, if I'm not mistaken. In Germany. I saw him earlier when you showed him. He's a very guy! He is very guy! He is an amazing horse. Look at him. I know the song, don't worry, I'm old. Artistic interpretation of Hans from memory. Oh god. Hans from nightmare memory. I don't know. I just think he's neat. I still don't know what. Maybe I can browse the artist page for some inspiration. Also, they shared someone else's print a few days ago where I'm like, oh, that would be great on my walls. I'm looking for the next print I would like to get for my wall. I'm looking for something a bit bigger because I still have 2 frames that I intended to use for my animation cell and Genga until maybe going like, actually, maybe I should get something more safe and protective for those unique one-of-a-kind pieces. So now I have 2 frames of 30 by 40 centimeters that I'm like, I got nothing for this. So I should get a print that's a bit bigger for those 2. I've got that doll one. I've got 2 other prints of the same size, roughly, of a completely different vibe. Hydration, oh my gosh. Have a good bite. I am hydrated. I still don't know what Got an hour and a half left, so I got plenty of time. Reaching for the next nearest source of inspiration. How to Think When You Draw, Volume 1, of which I have up to 5. will people be interested? I've got a couple of art books as well. My camera's quality isn't optimal, but it could suffice in like doing a little browse through some art books that I have. Lila, hello. The hyperfixation is real. Doctor convinced me to get an 80s themed sci-fi D&D book. Ooh. Did you get the Eventress Kickstarter supported? Hell yeah. Draw gnomes. Gnomes could be good. Character shapes. Oh my god, this is what I'm doing. This page is literally what I'm doing. Treat it more like a primary shape and then secondary shapes attached, even though, like, I'm not using a primary shape. Happy expressions. I know those. That one's not happy at all. I'm also browsing backwards. These are pretty basic, I suppose. Early Curzec stream on my day off? That's right. Also, I wouldn't know if it's early. If I'm live, I'm usually live at this time. Stransky. Pigs. Something politician. Oh my god, birds! I just drew one! Very important. Horses! I just drew one! Look! Mine's so good! What book is this? This is How to Think When You Draw. These are not available on the regular still, as you can tell from the lack of ISBN. These you can only get through Kickstarter when they have one going. Which is a bit of a downside. They do share a bunch of pages on their Blue Sky. And I don't know if they still use Twitter. That's something I can probably find still. The Ethering Brothers. Made by these people. And they share pages from time to time from these books. So their recent one was about pawn shows, which I don't know if that one's in this book, or in any of the other books that I have, or in the few that I don't have. You drew your mind horse, James Baxter would be proud. Well, I don't know if he's proud, but I do have his autograph. Within reach, also. I think that's the one. And this one's Sergio Pablos. This was before Klaus came out at Annecy in 2019. The audacity of cast to have like 2 bangers of a show pilot and not have them released? I mean, that's Ula's boss. Oh my gosh. I wish James Baxter was my boss. Oh god, mechanical stuff. Nope. Nope. Panic. Snow. More Stransky. Mushroom. Layout and composition. That's not really. I wish I could think. Honey, I'm pretty sure you can think. Pretty sure you've got a really good and wrinkly noggin in there. You think? Yeah. I know. Women thinking? Oh. Dangerous. Oh, huge. I know. Renee thinks. Think so. She's got a PhD, right? She's a witch! I cast permanent need to sneeze, but no sneeze. I think that's a pretty evil one. I know. You're so evil. Thanks! Tension with no release. I'll take the no sneeze part. I've been expressly told to not sneeze through my nose for a bit. Yeah! Yeah. Hey, Willem, don't sneeze. Just like, don't. I still don't know. I don't see anything in my mind's eye for these shapes. And I feel like this one's too easy to turn this into like a big schnoz and then a profile. Hey, Curzec might be on the verge of sneezing emote, then I won't sneeze. I'm holding out my hand, awaiting money. Behold how moneyless this hand is right now. My animation hand is powered by money. It's actually this one, I'm right-handed. This one holds the money, and this one does the drawing. You know, there's gotta be a balance. It's like a scale. It's empty. Shame your feature commissions are closed? True. Yeah. I just have to say this upon closer look. Gorilla misses a tie for some reason. Yeah, he's not quite gorilla, he's more just monkey. Did you see, Carol? Your left hand is full of exposure. Ah! Ew! Ew! Ah! Patooey! Little spit and shine on that page. One hand for drawing and one hand for smiting your most ancient foes. Well, I don't know about smiting. What if I just discombobulate them by Princess carrying them? Bottom right could be a little mushroom guy. This one? This is a big mushroom guy. Or that one. I was also thinking something mushroom, maybe? I was having a hard time, like, envisioning. What's the third hand growing out of your forehead phone? Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Does an exposure kill? No. No. Herm. What if we... different angle. It does nothing. It's also a very similar shape upside down. Rotate the sketchbook in your mind. I don't need to do it in my mind, Renee. I'm doing it with my hands. Ooh. All I can see when I look at the one above, mustache is the top hat. I already got a dapper-ish looking dude. Let's give it some more brows. I don't know why some sides are a little discolored. I don't feel like it should have been, where it's Where I leave this thing at, though. Maybe? She's moving her hands with her mind! Well, actually, I'm using my muscles. There's a whole bunch of them in there. Pouring liquid. Robot sausage dogs. Could open up the shape and make it an open smile, maybe. Horses. James Baxter. Nice nails. Thanks. Yeah, they were still long and polished black last stream. But the nail polish was looking a little too to keep it on any longer, and also the nails were getting quite long. A little surprised with how long they were upon removing the nail polish. Like, oh gosh. Well, tentacle sounds like a fun page. I did go over that just now, huh? Must be an absolute nightmare to animate and clean up. With the little suckers. Yeah, line of action and balance and all that. And contrapposto and proportions. Egg. What was the book? It is How to Think When You Draw, Volume 1. You can only get these volumes on Kickstarter when they have one running. By the Ethering Brothers. I'm gonna... Do I still have the link? I do! Here's their blue sky. They'll announce a Kickstarter when they have one there, if you're interested. Would be nice if they could get these sold as normal. I think they're running one now. Oh, really? Or might have ended recently. Let's check it out for just to be sure. I don't know if their main website. We've got a magazine you can sign up for. I don't see any Kickstarter links in their recent posts. They'll also sometimes share other people's tutorials that I've shared, so they'll feature Miyuli from time to time as well. Miyuli art. And some Toniko Pento for animation. They'll always credit the person if they share someone else's tutorial. Their ads may not work because I think they copy paste directly from what they post on Twitter. Savatius, hello! I still don't have a clear vision for this. I was just like, I want to draw an open mouth shape in the silhouette. The last one ended last month. I think they've done one every year or so. Oh man. Yeah, that's gonna be a while. I don't know how many volumes they're up to these days. Like 8 or 9? They'll probably do another one when they have another one available. Yeah, you can buy a bundle, essentially. I wonder if I could add individual ones if I wanted to support them again, so I don't have to like double buy 1, 2, 5. Most recent was 9. Okay. Yeah, that tracks. Hmm. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. And just like that, just 2 lines, and you have a whole face. Hydration. Oh my gosh, again? Alright. Get everyone else hydrate as well. I don't know, it just felt like something resembling a suit. Hi, I need someone to do art to basically buddy double while I'm doing art. You're very welcome to co-work along. As is literally anyone. Sometimes we get a little bit more chatty. Sometimes we get a bit more in the zone. If that works for you, hell yeah. And if it doesn't, A-okay. You gotta make the environment work for you as best you can. I'm doing a practice streak. Ooh, what you practicing? How are you holding up with the heat? It's a bit more tolerable today. I'm doing alright, actually. I've got the fan on me at the lowest setting, which is just good enough. I have the windows open all morning for as much as I could. I think again I want to like actually put that here, which would make the ear sit a little low. But his shapes are already a little funky, so suspension of disbelief continues. Stylistic choices. $29 in your house. Ooh. I've not gone to 29 yet. I think the highest I've seen is 27.2 or something. Indoors. I got it beneath 26 this morning with the windows open. Ooh. 25. Oof. Yeah, tomorrow and Friday are gonna be warm again where I am. And then it's gonna calm down for a bit. Which, thank God, because it's still May, it's still spring. Where's my spring weather? Hello, it's summer's here way too early. Go away. Okay, 2 remain. I'm thinking dwarf. One way or another. I may have to break up the shape a little bit. Because I'm thinking turn this into like a really low hanging nose. Or something. We had a prolonged winter through most of March and May. Ugh. Climate change, real. We're getting the extremes. And not as much the in-betweens anymore. Reminds me of one of the cooks from Ratatouille, the blonde one. Oh yeah, the one who changes up his origin story with every encounter. Right, he's like, I killed a man with this thumb! Or something. One of them. Going a little bit lighter sketchy right now because I'm not quite sure. No, like little lash line, I don't think. Your music's taking you back to memory lane. Would not know which one this is. 114. Menu Me Maker Wii U? Got big plans for summer? Nope, just working. Hopefully. Survive. Survive whatever temperatures Mother Nature will throw at us. Still have a Wii U. Nice. I saw a used Wii recently in like a pawn shop. And I'm like, I don't have any games for it, but would be nice to have, just for the sake of collecting, but meh. I have a PS2 sitting on a shelf that's not been turned on in literal years. Hi Gaba, welcome in. We are about to be hit by ads though, I'm so sorry. Like to San Jose in July, planning to meet Gatworks and Sour Plum Wine at Offkai. Oh nice, how fun! Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. And all this stuff, you know, con crud, don't get ill. And have fun. Literally have an extra Wii U in case my current one dies on me. Ooh. Yeah, I even have no idea if my PS2 still works, to be honest. It would be a shame if it doesn't. I figured you'd poke every used needle with my arm that I find in the alleyways. Don't! Please don't. Your Switch Lite broke before your 3DS. Damn, that sucks. Man, the enshittification of modern technology. My 3DS still works. I did have to replace the charger though a few years ago because it just straight up didn't work anymore. That's a big old stash. I know! It's the shape that I saw. I've been drawing random shapes first in this page and then filling them out into little characters. I've got this shape left and I'm still figuring out what little things to add to this one. Welcome in! Though this one was not a shape. This one I just freeballed. Horse from memory. A ton of VC games I bought before the store closed. Ideally, I figure out how to pull those before anything bad happens to the console itself. Ooh. Good luck. I've got no knowledge on that sort of stuff, personally. Have a good walk to work. Remember situational awareness. He's just bald. All the hair is on his chin. I'm a proud owner of 0% situational awareness. Ooh. Would highly recommend getting at least some for your own safety. All these drawings make me think of that one bouncy ball people could crawl into with their heads sticking out. Just everyone is ball now. I have no idea what this is you're referring to, Firecat. Welcome in. Good day. Trying to look for some, but it's sparse. I'll forbid have a gooski, have a good going off, King. Say hi to Lowy. You know what it is? Oh. Just a goofy thing people could do. You hop in and inflate it around you. It's so dumb, but it looks so fun. Huh. Is that those, like, see-through hamster balls, right? That have, like, a layer in them that you roll around in and walk around in? Kind of like the minigame in Mario Party. There's so many minigames in Mario Parties. There's so many Mario Parties and there's so many minigames in them. Don't think that's the same, but maybe close to it. One shape remains, and it's a really, really strange one. Like this, it's like a mushroom. But ideally, we have something that we view without having to rotate the page. Your favorites are 1 and 4, this one and that one? Nice. Is it okay to send a YouTube link for what they were talking about? Yeah, sure. YouTube is fine. Let me just get this out of the way. I have a bit of space around here. Here. Let's see. Oh god. Mute you. Oh, these things. Yeah, they're strange. They look like a glitch. Digi, hello! Just remember by saying hi. I hope everyone's doing alright. Need to go back to work, but have a happy stream. Have a good work! Thanks for stopping by. Mysterious blob people. Oh, you meant the Mario parties are your favorite. Whoops, my bad. Never seen the ball thing in my life. It's a little cursed. Just slightly. Got less than an hour left. 45 minutes. Surely I will need 45 minutes on just this one. Cut to me in 35 minutes from now, like, oh god, the stream ends in 10 minutes, I've got nothing! Ludwig! Yoink! Help me out, man. Wait, I'm seeing something. So I feel that one weird Adventure Time animal with the big asshole nose. I don't recall this creature. Curzec, when she finally sees the shape in the blob at the very end. Ah, you were at my side all along. Sea Lard. I don't recall this character, I'm so sorry. I did watch Adventure Time, but it's been a hot minute since I watched it. I still need to watch season 2 of Fiona and Cake. Whoops. I also still need to see season 2 of Helluva, not Helluva, Has Been Hotel. Whoops. I'm basically seeing a Queen of Hearts in this, but I think it's a bit too similar to the one from the Tim Burton movie to want to execute on that idea. Like, this would be the hair heart shape, right? You've been liking Digital Circus lately? Good. I like it too. I have a ticket for the finale for in the movie theater for June 4th. That'll be good. Hopefully, at least. I'm a little worried about audience etiquette. I can't recall the last time I've gone to something that was considered to be pretty hype. June 6th. Ooh. I do hope that people can behave when it comes to not spreading spoilers, but oh boy, especially with Digital Circus, there have been some questionable fans, and I'm glad I have my hands available so I can do the heavy quotation marks for this fan title because they're... Yeah, the fan base is a little... dare I say immature. It sucks. Etiquette and media literacy are getting worse, it seems like. Oh, raid! Marmy, hello! Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Enabler, holy shit! Hi! Thank you for subscribing for 16 months. Hopping in before work. Hope you have a wonderful time. Also, bonjour, chat. Bonjour, Enabler. I'm working on your sketchbook. There's still a lot left. There's just the first page, and then these two, and today we're here. Marmy, how was your stream? What were you up to? Were you doing any art? You got any art tags you can share if you were? For those who don't know me, hi, hello, I'm Curzec, also known as Caro. I'm an animator usually, but today I am working on a sketchbook that was part of a charity fulfillment where I promised when we reached a certain milestone to fill this whole thing. And I'm someone who's been drawing digitally for a while, so it's been a little rough. A little bit of a rough start. Streamers going to Yale, send them art text? Yes, please do. While that's going, if you don't know my work, how about a little show reel?
Alright, let's do this!
I can assure you a virus like this for thee.
Bring it, Barky! I will drink you under this fucking table! You have no idea what kind of night I've had!
Kijk maar uit, want anders val je zomaar op je gat.
Hey, that's my work. Some moving stuff as opposed to whatever this is. This started out as random shapes, and I've been turning them into little characters based on their silhouettes and blobs, with minor tweaks here and there. Darn stream still going? Aha! Should be going for another 40-ish minutes. Let me scroll back on what's being said. Friend told me the other day that it was apparently leaked and Goose is so over it, and she just like, you know what, fine, I'm glad it's over, which is real sad. Yeah, Twitter responded in a way you can expect Twitter to respond these days. Her tweet was literally, who cares, upon expressed concern on, wait, don't you care? Don't you think it's important that the leak happened? And from what I understood, she'd been crunching with her team for who knows how long before she sent out that tweet, so she's gonna be fucking over it. And people don't understand that, or care to understand that. Went to Iron Lung at the cinema, and luckily the fanbase was good and respecting. Yeah, I also saw Iron Lung in theaters. There were only like 4 or 5 other people in the room, though. Did you also hear about the creator of manga Gachakuta being harassed off of Twitter in a similar fashion as Digital Circus Goose? I did hear that the fans were harassing the creator of Gachakuta, which I've not seen or read myself. I hear good stuff about it, which is all the more of an eye roll. Like, why are people like this these days? Why is there such, like... It seems like these people have a sense of ownership over the thing that they enjoy. And when it doesn't go the way they specifically wanted to go, they lose their fucking minds. Artex. Ooh, cutie! Let me get this up on stream. I can't. Copy. It's a WebM. I can't show WebMs in OBS. One moment. It's gonna take a little bit. And bing! There we go. Very nice colors, very warm, very fun effect. Very nice and warm. Nice going, Marmy. Do whatever you gotta post-stream to unwind and decompress. Do a stretch, do a hydrate if you haven't done one in a while. Or both, maybe even. Oh. If you manage to annoy show creators so much that they can't be bothered to care about their own show anymore, then you know you fucked up a little. The people who have been harassing Goose are not gonna think like that, I'm afraid. I don't think so. I would love to be proven otherwise, but I'm grimacing over here. Eesh. Fandoms can be great, true, but also horrible. So many creators want to make good stuff and fans can be vile. It's just a thing of like, thing become big and draws in all sorts of people, and the bigger the thing is, the more likely you are to get people that are not as chill. Seen so many webcomics and online artists retreat from sharing online because of fans. When I tell people thank you for sharing, I mean it. Yeah, I get it. Who did this woman art? That was Marmy! Let me get you a shout out because I haven't done that yet. My bad. There you go. That was Marmy. She rated in just now. Bringing some peeps over. Remember everyone, you can block people for any reason and it's fun and cool. You can even block people for no reason. You don't need to explain yourself. It is gorgeous. It's very nice and warm and colorful. I like the shading style. It's very good. No reason is a reason. Yeah, I'm very liberal with blocking, honestly. I only need to see, like, in some thread I'm reading on someone else's post, I see one bad take, and I'm like, I don't ever want you in my circles, block. And I may end up forgetting why I blocked certain people, but I just need, all I need to remember is that I blocked them for a good reason. For a good enough reason. Can be as simple as you had a bad take that I read. And I do mean, like, a really dire bad take. That says a lot about someone's personality, that kind of take, right? If I create something that took off big, I'd probably be less nice to fans than Curzec was. She was more nice than she needed to be, especially around those jerks. I don't know, you get just pushed into a certain corner. You don't know what Goose may have received of kinds of threats where it could get pretty serious, where it might be the safer choice to be a bit nicer about things publicly to hopefully get them off your back. That could have been the strategy. So please don't criticize Goose's behavior too much. If at all, really. She's got enough on her plate, looks like. It's complex, her brains are not designed to handle that much attention. Yeah. I've been struggling to enter the art space job-wise for so long, and to see how both communities and corporations treat artists is kind of scary. It's rough out there. I will agree on that. I have been very lucky to have been working professionally as an artist. I'm on a bit of a gap right now. I should be getting back to work sometime in July. I'm just taking that period in between as some time off and doing stuff for myself, maybe squeezing a commission here and there. Existing as a trans woman in the end is already a magnet rate. Existing as anything but a cis white straight man. Oof. But definitely certain groups of people get even more negative attention than others. That is very true. And a fucking bummer. Just let people be, man. See the energy for people that are like in the Epstein files. Just know it's a mustache. Nice. It's a big stash. That's what I saw. I'm not liberal with blocks, but on the other hand, not that many people interact with me. I block people that never interacted with me because I see them reply something in a very shitty way. Where I'm like, I don't ever want to see you in my parts. Wasn't intending to criticize Curzec. I may have come across that way, and I apologize. Okay, that's good. Just meant she didn't deserve any of that harassment. She doesn't. No. And I'm guessing the creative Gachakuta also didn't. We just want to be out here making stories, man. And sharing whatever we can. In shapes and forms that we know how to. We never have the full story, so I choose to remain neutral until otherwise information is shared from the source. I did reply to that post that Gooseworks put out where her tone is definitely a little bit more, I'm so done with this, I'm backing off, maybe I'm not fit for this position, and just basically expressing sympathies of like, I'm so sorry you were getting all this undeserved bullshit hurled your way over something so impactful that you've made. I hope you can recover from all this bullshit. I'm paraphrasing here. I probably said it a bit more politely and succinctly. But yeah. Fucking uncalled for. Making entertainment and maybe, if we're lucky, getting paid for it. Should move on to more positive vibes? Maybe. Don't necessarily have to. I never really feel a need to, well, not never. Sometimes there's like, alright, the subject's over. I don't mind talking about serious stuff from time to time. It also resonates with people in chat, right? That we're talking about right now. I'm pretty sure anyone who is still here listening to this conversation, to this subject being talked about, is in some kind of agreement of like, this sucks. I got something positive. The AI bubble is crashing and we're here for it. Woohoo! It can't burst enough! It can't burst soon enough, but the billionaires are very insistent, like, no, it's good actually. Insert the post from the Ultra Kill creator that goes, good thing you guys aren't making Ultra Kill or it would suck. Oof. Fucking spicy. I like it. It's an important topic to have, especially of the art space. Yeah, I agree. Is AR profitable to come? Love to see it. It's not. It's literally not. It's literally more expensive to run, and it's worse for the world, and it wastes perfectly fine drinking water forever tainted. It's for Nvidia. Yeah, they're the shovel sellers, right? Basically, of this gold mine rush. They're the ones making bank. Because they're the ones selling the shovels. They're the ones selling the graphics cards. Or some call it a lithium mine rush, and it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's a gold rush of some sort. Hey, Curzec can draw, pun intended. Your attention to the art chart channel? Oh. Hey, yo. What the heck? CJ? Why am I so cool? Hey, now, hey. CJ! Because you- but- This fucking rules, CJ! Holy shit, thank you so much! What the heck? It's a good pose. Very striking. Yes. I like. What the heck? Out of the blue. Thank you so much, CJ. What the heck? I'm repeating myself. I'm shutting down. Thank you so much. I'm gonna leave that in the corner. Of course, it goes 07. 07. Is this a James Bond thing? I don't watch or play James Bond. Hmm. I could always do the easy cop out and just do the Shinosh thing, but I don't. I want to see something better than that. The only James Bond film I like is The Rock. Rock! Makes me think of a James Bond, but not sure it is. I wouldn't. Nope. Hmm. I'm just gonna make it a Queen of Hearts anyway. Fuck it. One way or another. Big rhino head. I'm trying to see through the shapes that I've just put down. Oh yeah, this could have been like the horn. Damn, that's pretty good actually. Well, Kevin, hello! Welcome back. I've just decided fuck it and turn this shape into the Queen of Hearts. Or a Queen of Hearts. I just avoided Miss Bobby. Is the UK really like that character? They like that character at some point. Yep. They like the chaos. If I were a Twitch streamer, you know I'd have a blobby emote. Sure thing. I think as an American, I need to owe Barney the dinosaur an apology. Barney the dinosaur is cursed for someone out there. But that same person is probably maybe fine with Mr. Blobby. We think of creatures like Mr. Blobby and ask how that happened, conveniently forgetting the most well-known and successful burger chain is led by a clown. Yeah. Ronald McDonald's original patent illustration is cursed. Ooh. I need to see this. Ronald doesn't have that look to him, though. To you, no. But to someone with a phobia for clowns... Trademark illustration. Ooh. Ben, you got a follower on Twitch.tv. Hooray! What if I just made one anyway and added it to Better Twitch TV for people to add to their channels? I think I still have a slot somewhere. Like one or two. For the points left, and then I can finally chat on your Discord. Ooh. I think the stream is gonna be just a little bit short on getting those points before end of stream. Unless you like really start to spam chatting, so you get those 60. Well, even then, I don't think. Next stream. Not sure when that will be. Maybe I can see if Renee is around for another round of streaming Outbound. Rating I will give you points. True! Jackie, hello, welcome in. His Queen of Hearts design is very poor. Anonymous gifter! Thank you for gifting a sub to Sir Bowler Hat. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Anon. Yeah, that should earn you channel points more quickly also. Gosh, there's just something about this. Part where I'm just having very much difficulty controlling. Probably just because it's a corner. Ooh, Tommy, you good? Big rumble. You worked on Crick Before the Creek and Dickie Dick. That's true, yeah. I worked on the Crick Before the Creek movie. Just a couple shots in the song. And I've worked on all the Tommy Tom movies. Dickie Dick. Welcome in, Jelly Dots. The original Chuck E. Cheese had a cigar? Excuse me? Oh, Ben's in the original Ronald McDonald. Holy fuck! I can't put that on stream. What the heck is Dickie Dick? Dickie Dick is the Dutch name for a children's book character that's gotten some movies in the last few years that I worked on as an animator. The original translation of, like, literal translation, I should say, rather, of Dickie Dick would be Fatty Fat. But his English name is Tummy Tom. And it's about a fat orange cat. When Minnie's old enough, I am so gonna watch the Dickie Dick movies with her. Yay! There are pirates, and there's a song. Fatty Fat, yeah. Dick with D-I-K means fat. And being like Dickie is like descriptive, but cutesy. It's meant to be cutesy. The character originated from Dutch Sesame Street in the 70s, I believe, and became his own original IP in the 80s? Not long after? Has been extremely popular for generations, literally, because, you know, the movies are happening now, in the 2020s. And I got to work on them. And it's been very cool. You just knew of Dickie Dick on its own? Yeah! Did Dickie Dick predate Garfield? I think Garfield was earlier, but they are completely different kinds of orange cats. Was it Garfield not like 50s or 60s? Oh. Oh dear. Oh. 1976! Originally published as John in 1976 and then nationwide syndication from 1978. Let me find the Wikipedia page. No, Garfield was a little bit earlier. March 3rd, 1978 was Tummy Tom's first appearance on Sesame Street. But who knows if they knew of each other. Tummy Tom was based on the author's cat, but that cat wasn't orange. And then in 1983, the first books came out of Tummy Tom. So yeah. Garfield was a little earlier. nearly as much of a coincidence as both the US and the UK getting Dennis the Menace cartoons on literally the same day. Completely different IP. Whoa! I had no idea. I know of US Dennis the Menace from the old live-action movie and some of the cartoon way back in the day. March 12, 1951. Yeah. Queasy. Sometimes there's just something in the air on planet Earth that makes the brainworms wiggle in a similar pattern, no matter where they are in the world. I remember during my game art college days, suddenly a bunch of mini golf games came out for mobile phones, all by different people, not collaborating at all. Lorenzo Music, who voiced Garfield, voiced Peter Venkman in the Ghostbuster cartoon. Then Bill Murray, who played Peter in the movies, voiced Garfield in the 2004 film. Aww. Fun. Itty bitty heart-shaped pupils. This design sucks ass for Queen of Hearts. But it was whatever. You comment about the author's cat not being orange triggered a thought, so like how Marvel movies Hulk is green because the printers couldn't keep the gray tone consistent. How many iconic characters do you think have design choices based on medium limitations? A lot. It's great. Working with your limitations? Fun, actually. We love limitations. They are the breeding ground for creative solutions. Well, don't need to sharpen. Just slightly. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that one. Oh well, we tried. Not so good Queen of Hearts design, but whatever. This happened a few times when suddenly everyone comes up with a certain type of game all at once out of nowhere. Yeah, there's something in the air. Something in the air on planet Earth. Probably more choices, though, are based on selling toys. Major design changes in the Ghostbusters cartoon characters so they could sell 4 unique toys. Yeah. I think with He-Man, he's got a cat because they still had the mold for such a character that they had to use somewhere. And they're just like, fuck it, make him out, make him green, make him fantasy, give it a saddle, done. We roll, we ball. Bill Murray famously hated doing the role of Garfield. Aw, man. Like one of the biggest regrets in his career. Will probably only return for the sequel due to a contractual agreement. Man. Huh. I wonder what was so awful about it. I did see both live-action Garfield movies, but, you know, that was way back in the day. John Cleese was in the second one, wasn't he? Turning out to be the bad guy. Spoilers. He thought one of the writers for the film was one of the Coen brothers, but was mistaken, and their reliance bill was changing because they weren't funny enough to him. Yeah. Bill Murray seems like a guy who knows what's funny and what isn't. Sometimes letting an actor ad-lib or suggest alternative dialogue options makes for a better scene. And it's great when they can be given that freedom to contribute. I gotta get up and clean my room a little bit. Anyone got a bit of motivation that they can lend to me? Think of just how nice it'll be when it's all clean. I say as I look over to my kitchen counter and go looking back again. Slightly messy. Be better than me. It's so easy. Clean for the little creature that lives in your heart. Looks like the model went from Big Jim to He-Man's Battle Cat to Skeletor's Panther. It's just toys, man. I know the dragons in How to Train Your Dragon. Their design choices are heavily influenced, if not completely influenced, by what's manufacturable and sellable as a toy. There were some really cool dragon designs that didn't make the cut because they wouldn't work well as toys, supposedly. It be like that sometimes. I decided to do my last half-hour work in the bedroom where I have aircon. Yes. Work in comfort. Yeah, the fan provides just enough of a breeze on me to be, like, nice and comfy. I could probably do without, but... Oh, it's almost time to end stream. Perfectly within time. Holy shit. I emerged from work, Lurk. You emerged just in time! for in the stream. Yeah, I think this is about the amount of toning I would apply. Maybe could do her hair, but meh. Meh. I like her dress. But yeah. A page of random shapes turned into characters of questionable design. This one could work for something though. Maybe a bit more push and pull between medium, small, large proportions, that kind of thing. Zoom in hands. Hang on. Move the mic aside a little bit to give a bit more space. Upper left bird is your fave. Hooray! It's a little tough to show the whole thing up close without it getting in complete darkness. And without hitting the mic. Oh yeah. A page. Like a monkey. You can thank Toonfield for that, who was like, that one looks like a gorilla. And like, you're right. I'm gonna make it a gorilla. Or some ape. I like your Queen of Heart looking lady. Oh, thanks. I could probably turn that into a much stronger design with a bit more time and iteration, but me. That's not what these are for. These are just for like, alright, here's a shape. Go. Chef looks great. He is so Muppet coded. That was the first one we did. Alright. That's it for today. Even though there was like, oh, once again, I don't know what to draw, we got a page, thankfully. That should be the goal with every sketchbook page or stream. Minimum. Let's go find someone to raid, shall we? Let's see what we've got. Got Smilky, still alive, playing Digimon. We got Yote. We got Peacat. Carson, Gad. Either Yote or Gad, I'm thinking. Well, let me check out Carson as well. Ooh, Carson's cooking. Gad is working on expressions though, so that's somewhat adjacent and relatable to what we've been doing. Shania's life too. I have no idea who that is. Let's go say hi to fellow Animation Station member Gadworks. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be back this weekend for maybe another Outbound. I'd have to poke Renee and see if maybe that's an option, or maybe I'll do something on my own. I don't fucking know. I would like to keep up the trend of the Wednesdays for the sketchbook. At minimum, I should probably do it a little bit more frequently if I want to have this done before it gets dark early, because that's really the main reason why I'm able to do this at this hour. I need natural daylight to do this stream. I don't have good light sources in my home to do this in the dark. I'll be back when I'll be back. And thank you all for hanging. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and wash your hands. Bye-bye!